Hello students, good morning to you all. Today I am going to teach you class 11 literature portion. Lesson first. The summer of the beautiful white horse. That story is written by William Sheridan. Before just to study this story, we should know something about the theme of this story. Actually, this story is about two Armenian boys. That name is Aram and Murad. They were cousins. They belong to a tribe. Tribe means here in Hindi sense Kabila. That was famous for its honesty and integrity. Murad stole a beautiful white horse for riding, and both as well as Aram as well as Murad justify it. They did not steal the horse for money but only for riding. But finally they suffers from pranks of conscience. It was that they had done something morally wrong. They returned the horse to its rightful owner. So now let us study this story. The story is about two poor Armenian boys. They were Murad and Aram. They belong to the same tribe. Their tribe was famous for trust and honesty. The narrator, Aram, was 9 years old boy. The word was like a delightful, mysterious dream for him. His cousin Murad was considered crazy by everybody except him. He respected and valued Murad's friendship. Now the story turns a point. Murad tapped on the window of the narrator's room. Narrator's means Aram room. The narrator jumped out of the bed and looked out. What happened? He could not believe what he saw. What he saw? Actually, at that time he saw his cousin was sitting on a beautiful white horse. At first, the narrator didn't believe that it would be really. He thought that perhaps I am seeing a dream, and that's why he rubbed his eyes in disbelief. In the meanwhile, while he was rubbing his eyes, Murad asked him, "Don't rub your eyes. What you are seeing, that is not a imagine, that is really reality. So be quick. If you wanted to write on this, beautiful white horse. At that time, the narrator Aram passionately longed to ride, means he had a great desire to ride on that beautiful white horse. But see the situation, both as well as Aram as well as Murad, both were poor. They could not buy a horse. Actually, their whole tribe was poverty stricken. Means the whole tribe was very, very poor. They belongs to a respectable dynasty family. Means all the members of the Garo Ghalenian family. It was the name of dynasty. All were poor. They were living in the most amazing and comical poverty in the world. But they were famous for their honesty. It was a good thing for them. For the last 11 centuries, not 1 century, for the last 11 centuries, they had never compromised with their honesty. In each and every moment, they showed their honesty. They were rather proud of their honesty. It was certain that Murad could not have bought the horse. If he could not have bought it, he must have stolen it, surely. The narrator refused to believe that Murad had stolen it. No member of the Garo Ghalenian family could be a thief. Murad had come to invite the narrator to ride at this time. It was before the dawn time. Means the sun has not risen yet. The narrator convicted himself. Stealing a horse for a ride was not the same thing as stealing anything else. After all, Murad was crazy about horses. He was not going to sell the horse, hence it was not stealing. As we know that every family has a crazy streak in it somewhere. So in that family, Uncle Khosrow was a true inheritor of that crazy streak, Sanki type. He was a big man with black hair and large mustache. He was very furious in temper. He was irritated and impotent. He silenced others by roaring. His pet words were, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." Murad was considered to be the natural descendant of Uncle Khosrow. So, both of them rode on that beautiful white horse and Murad sang. Then Murad asked the narrator to get down. He wanted to ride alone. The narrator asked if Murad would let him ride alone. Murad replied that he could if the horse let him. The narrator got down. His cousin Murad kicked his heels to the horse and shouted, Wazire, run, run, Wazire, run. Means he addressed the horse at the name of Wazire. The horse burst into a fury of speed that pleased the narrator very much. Murad raced the horse across the field and returned 5 minutes later. Then it was the turn of narrator, means Aram. He leaped to the back of the beautiful white horse and kicked into his muscles. Then the horse began to run. The horse began to leap over the winds, grape winds. It leaped over 7 winds before the narrator fell down. Then it continued run. The narrator realized that Murad had been taking those early morning rides for quite some time. He had come for him that morning. He knew well that Aram also longed to ride. Murad took the horse quietly to the barren of a deserted vineyard. Then they walked home. Thus, they could hide the horse. Murad had quite a deep understanding of the horses. Horses understood him and he had a way with them. Jan Bairo was an Austrian means Assyria. He came to Uncle Khosrow one afternoon. His white horse had been stolen last month and was not found yet. Uncle Khosrow became irritated. He shouted, "It's no harm. What is the loss of a horse? What is the loss of a horse?" Jan Bairo told him that he had to pay $60 for such a horse. He also told that he had to walk 10 miles to go there. His uncle told that he had legs. The farmer said that his leg pained him. Khosrow replied that he should pay no attention towards that. The farmer got up and went away from there. In the meanwhile, narrator told Murad Jan Bairo visit. He also wanted Murad that he shouldn't return the horse until he learned to ride. It was the desire of narrator Aram. Murad roared that the horse must go back to its true owner. He could wait for more than 6 months. Every morning they rode, and every morning when the narrator rode alone, the horse threw him down and ran away. By chance, both of them came across. Jan Bairo, he was on his way to the town. The farmer studied the horse eagerly. He asked the name of the horse. Murad replied, "My heart Byro swear that it was the same horse that was stolen from many weeks ago from my house. Then he looked into the mouth of the horse. It was his horse. Perhaps the horse was the twin of his horse. He could not doubt the integrity and honesty of their family, as they belong to such a tribe where honesty is each and everything for them. Early in the morning, they took the horse to John Byro vineyard, who Murad and Aram. They put it in the barrel. Murad put his arms around the horse, petted it, and then they went away. That afternoon, Byro came to their house. He showed the narrator's mother the horse that had been stolen. And now had returned. Uncle Khosrow shouted to keep quiet. He said that the horse had been returned. They should pay more attention to that. That's why the story is ended here.